I'll continue with the previous topic, that was the query. I have to display the records whose employee age is null. Okay, so whichever blank records I have to display. So how to write the query? Select asterisk from table where employee age is null. Is null, you have to give this keyword. I'll run the query. I'm getting this blank record because only one blank record employee age is there, so that's why I'm getting only this record. I'll show you the table. See, only one blank record is there, so that's why I'm getting only this as the output as Tisha. Okay, next question. See, display records where employee name second letter is I. Okay, the employee name whose second letter is I, that only records I have to display. So how to do this? This is the query. Select asterisk from table name where employee name like keyword you have to use, and within the double quotes you have to write like this question mark. First one is question mark. Question mark represents single character, so the first alphabet should be for the first alphabet I have given question mark. Okay, second alphabet I have given as I. Okay, so question mark, one question mark represents the first character, second character I want I, then asterisk means after I how many characters, any character it can be. Okay, but the second one should be I, so like keyword you have to use it. I run the query. I am getting this records Tina, Nitish, Tisha. Okay, I'll open the table. And the table Utkarsh is there, Sen is there. They are not getting displayed because second alphabet is not I. Okay, next question. Display who's the elder from employee Nitish. I have to display the records of the Nitish who is the eldest one. As you know, there are two records of Nitish. How to write the query? You have to use select max keyword, employee age you have to write it because from the age I want to find out the maximum. Okay, so max means maximum, as bigger age because in the output I want this as the column name bigger age, from table name where employee name equals to Nitish. Condition I have put employee name should be Nitish. From that I have to find out the maximum. Who is the maximum among the both the Nitish? I'll run the query. I am getting this as the output because the 41 is the biggest one, and the column name I am getting as bigger age. I'll show you the table. See the table. There are two Nitish, so 40 is the eldest one. So this I am getting as the output. Okay, so max is called the aggregate function in SQL. Next question. Display who's the younger from employee Nitish. Now I have to find out the smallest one from the Nitish. So what is the query? Select mean, aggregate function you have to write, minimum, employee age, as give the new column name which you wanted into the output, smallest age I have given, from table name where employee name equals to Nitish. Condition I have given employee name should be Nitish. So I'll run the query. I am getting 39 and the new column name I am getting smallest age. Why 39? I'll open the table. Okay, see, among both the Nitish, 39 is the eldest, youngest one. So I am getting this using the mean function. Next question. Display records of employee other than Nitish. I want to display records of all the employees, but Nitish shouldn't be there. Okay, so how to write a query? This is the query. Select asterisk from table name, table 1, where not keyword you have to use it, not. Okay, and condition I have put employee name equals to Nitesh. Other than Nitesh, I don't want Nitesh. Rest all the employees should be displayed. So the keyword I am using is not. I run the query. See, except Nitesh, rest all the records I am getting. Utkarsh, Sen, Tina, Tisha. And this all column names I am getting. Why? Because I have written what? Asterisk. So that's why I am getting all the column names. Okay. Next query. Display employee where its name is Nitesh or age is 40. I want to display the records whose name is Nitesh as well as whose age is 40. Okay, either of the two conditions should be matched. So how to write the query? Select asterisk from table 1 where condition is what? Two conditions are there. Employee name equals to Nitesh or keyword you have to use employee age equals to 40. Okay, so these are two conditions. This is the first one and this is the second one. In between I have used or. I run the query. See, both the Nitesh records I am getting, Nitesh as well as the employee age who's Nitesh employee age who's 40, that record also I am getting. Okay. Next question, display records in descending order based on employee ID. So based on employee ID, I want to sort the records in descending. Okay, how to write the query? See, select asterisk from table 1, order by you have to use SQL function. Employee ID, based on the employee ID I want to sort it, so that's why I have given the column name employee ID, and in descending, so that's why I'm using this keyword into the short form DESC. You have to use it. Okay, if you don't give it DESC, if you put it like this only, so by default it will be in ascending order, but for descending you have to mention DESC. Okay, I run the query. So see, based on the employee ID, the records has been sorted in descending 5 4 4 3 2 1. Next question, find total salary drawn for employee name Nitesh. So Nitesh employee which is there, no, two are there, so how much is the total salary comes to? Okay, how to calculate it? I'll close all. Okay, so I'll open it. See, the query should be written like this. Select sum, keyword you have to use, employee salary, give the new column name as total salary I have given, from give the table name where employee name equals to Nitesh. I have given the condition employee name should be Nitesh. Okay, so it will find out the Nitesh employee total salary. I run the query. See, the column name, new column name is total salary and the sum comes to 42,000. How it is 42,000? I'll open the table. See, Nitesh, no, 34,000 plus 8,000. It comes to how much? 42,000. Okay. Next query. Display top 2 employees from the table. The starting 2 employees I want to display. You can take it 3, 4, anything. Okay. So how to do that query? This, select, give the keyword top. I want top 2 employees, so I have given the number 2. If you want 3, put it 3, and asterisk means all the columns I want. Okay, from, give the table name from table 1. I run the query. So starting 2 employees, I am getting the output. Okay, I am getting the output. I'll show you the table. See the table. So Utkarsh and Sen are the starting top two employees. So that's why I am getting the output Utkarsh and Sen. Okay, you have to use the top keyword and then the number. Next one, change age of Tisha employee to 31. Okay, the Tisha employee which is there now, I have to change that age to 31. Okay, so how to do it? I'll open the table first. Tisha employee age is, I'll put something else, 45. I'll add it. Okay, it was blank, so that's why I have added it. Now from 45 I want to change it to 31. Okay, how to do it? I'll save this table and I'll open the query. Okay, now the query is quite different. You have to use update keyword. Okay, not select. It starts with the update because I want to update the age from 45 to 31. Yes, 31. No, yeah, I'll change this 31. Okay, now see, update, give the table name, table 1 it is, then set. Okay, if you are getting confused, I'll separate it. See, okay, give the keyword, then set employee age equals to 31. I want, okay, new one, employee age should be 31. Where, after where you are always adding the condition. So condition is what? Employee name should be Tisha. So Tisha employee. Okay, that Tisha employee age I want to set it to 31. I have to update this table like this it is. Okay, so I run the query. Now I am getting the confirmation message, you are about to update one row. Okay, so I'll make it yes. Okay, now I'll open the table. Okay, now see, it has changed to 31. Okay, earlier it was 45, now it is 31. Okay, next, so for this we have used update. Okay, not select. Next question, count the how many employees from each location. I want to display under each location how many employees are there. For this I have used another table. Okay, I'll show you that table. It is table 2. I'll open it. See, under this table I am having employee ID, employee address are this, and employee designation are this. This is another table with the name table 2. Okay, for this I have written the query, and the query is this. Okay, select, you have to use count employee address comma employee address I have written. Okay, from, give the table name. Now here it is table 2. Group by you have to use it. So based on the group of employee address, I want to count the employees under each address. Okay, so I'll run it. So see, from Margao location I am having 2 employees. From Ponda location I am having 1 employee. You can check the table. I'll open the table. See, from Ponda 1 and from Margao 2 employees are there. Okay, so that's why I'm getting like this output. Okay, next question, count the how many employees from Margao location. Now I have to find from the particular location, location name is given Margao. From Margao how many employees are there. Okay, so how to write this query? See, it is as it is like previous one. Select count employee address from table 2, group by employee address. Now to specify the condition I have given Margao. No, for this I am using having. Okay, having keyword, and give the employee address column name equals to Margao. Earlier we used to write where. Okay, where is for the select one, and for having we are okay, having we are using it for group by only. Okay, so having employee address equals to Margao. Okay, I'll run the query. See, from Margao location, 2 employees are there. Next query, add both the marks and label the column as total. For this also I have used one new table. Under that table, two subject marks are there. I have added it, and I have added the total, and a new column name I have added as total, and in that column total, sum of both the marks are there. Okay, how to do that query I'll show you. Okay, see, first I'll show you the table. This is that table. This is table 3. Just one column I have given ID, and marks 1 and marks 2 I have given the column. Okay, this is marks 1, this is marks 2. 2 I have given to get the output. Okay, so that we can count the output properly. That's why I have given one simple number. So marks subject 1 marks is 2, subject 2 marks is 2. Then second record ID, subject 1 marks are 9, and same marks I have given for subject 2. Now how to add this? Okay, I'll show you the query. This is the query. Select within the bracket marks 1 plus marks 2. These are the column names. As it is, you have to write marks 1 plus marks 2. Plus sign I have used it. Operator plus I have used. As total means in the output I want the column name as total. From table 3. This is my table 3. Okay, new table I have done. So that's why table 3. I'll run the query. Now see, I'm getting the new column name total, and the addition of both the subject marks it is displayed. So first one was 2 and 2, so 4 it is, and the second one was 9 and 9, so addition is 80. So this way you can add it, you can find a percentage and all. Okay, using directly the signs, operator signs, plus, minus, division, multiplication and all in SQL queries. Next, okay, next one is create a new table. Okay, now you have done creation of table directly from this now, using create table, and then what, this one, table creation. Yes, now using SQL how to do it. Okay, the query looks like this. See, you have to use the keyword create, then the table, then give the table name whatever you want. I have given table 4. Open the bracket, give the first column name. I have given voter ID. Give the data type which you used to mention, no? Okay, like this. I'll show you. It's not showing. I'll show in this. See, here you used to give data type and column name, no? Same way you have to give it. Okay, while creating in SQL. So voter ID, give the data type, number I have given. I want to set this voter ID into primary key, so that's why I have written primary key, comma. Next column name is voter name. Give the data type of this text. I have given only 2 columns. If you want further, then further you added comma and put the next one, next column name, suppose voter age, space, give the data type, it is number. Yes, voter age is number data type, so give number. So how many columns you want, that many you can give. Okay, at the end just close this bracket and put semicolon. So this is the query to create a new table in SQL, in structure query language. Now I run this query, run it as it is, how you run all the queries. So run it. Okay, under design tab, run. So the new table has been created. You can see over here. See this one. See here, table 4. Okay, I'll open this table. Okay, see, you can see voter ID and voter name it is. Okay, I'll increases. See, now there are no records into this. To add the records, you have to give again the SQL command. Okay, for that the query is like this. See, to add the records into the table, what you have to write? Insert into, give the table name. My table name is table 4. Open the bracket, give the column name. Now in this table only 2 column names are there: voter ID, voter name. Give the comma, close the bracket. Next line, values. Okay, give the voter ID. First column is voter ID, so what value you want? 13 I have given. Comma, voter name, what you want? I want the voter name as Joy. So within the double quotes you write it. All the text characters, okay, data type, you have to use it double quotes. Now run it under design tab. Okay, run the query. When I run, I am getting this output. You are about to append one row. Append means you are adding a new record into the table. So I'll click yes. Okay, I'll show you the table. I'll close this table. Okay, I'll open the table again. Table 4C. Table 4 I have opened. Okay, and the new record has been added into the table. Now if you want another record, for that again you have to do the insert query. Okay, same format, only you have to change the values. Okay, from 13 I'll make it 14, and the voter name I'll change it to Raj. Okay, within the double quotes I'll run the query. Under design tab, run the query. See, I'm getting you are about to append one row. Click on yes. Okay, now open the table, close it, open the table. If it is already open, close it and open the table again. So see, new record has been added. So how many records you want, that much insert into. Okay, that much insert into this SQL command you have to run it. Okay, again and again. Change the values, run the query again. That many records will be added into your new table. Next is what insert you have done. Delete the column. If I want to delete one column, okay, how I'll do it? That is this one. See, what I have to do? What I have to write? Alter table. Okay, give the table name. Then give the keyword drop column. Okay, give the keyword drop, then give the column keyword column. Give which column you want to delete. That name you have to write voter age and give the data type. Okay, I have given number. Now this voter age I have given, this I want to delete it, but it is not there in my table. I'll first add it. Okay, using this create table only I'll add it. Okay, I'll give voter age, okay, comma number. Okay, then I'll save it. And I'll run it. It's already there. Okay, I'll create one new table, voter 5. Okay, because already 4 is there, so that's why. Okay, now in this only I can do it. I'll delete it. Alter. Okay, in this only I can give it add. Okay, first I'll do this. Alter table 4, add column voter age number, means new column I want to add it. So add column voter age number. Okay, I'll run this query. Okay, table 4 is already open, so I'll close this table first. I'll run the query, add column voter age, data type is number. I'll run the query. Now it is already added. I'll open the table again. Now see, new voter age, okay, has been added into the table. I'll give the age directly over here. Okay, I'll give it 12. Okay, I'll not give it 12, I'll give it 18. Okay, I'll save this table. I'll close it. Now I want to delete this voter age, so for that same alter table only, alter keyword you have to use it, and table, then give the table name. Now here instead of add, I'll give it as drop, then column, then give the column name which you want to delete it, and the data type which you have mentioned during your creation of table. Okay, I'll run it. Design tab, run. Now it is deleted, no message, nothing I am getting. I'll open the table, table 4. I'll open it. Now see, voter age has been deleted, that column has been deleted. Okay, and next one is what? Delete the table. If I want to delete the table, how I'll delete it? Okay, for that query is this one, simple one, drop is the keyword, table, and give the table name, semicolon. Okay, now the table 4 is open over here. Okay, you cannot see it. I'll close that table. Okay, now I'll run this drop table query. So I'll run it. So it is deleted. Okay, from here the table 4 has been deleted. Okay, no message I am getting, but it is deleted. Okay, next one and the last one is combine the result from both the tables with employee ID. Both the tables mean two tables are there. Okay, employee ID I want to compare, I want to add it into one table only. Okay, how to do it? See, select employee ID from table 1, that is the first table. Okay, next is you have to use this keyword union. Again you mention this, I'll separate it. Select employee ID from table 2. Employee ID I am having in the first table also and in the second table also. I'll show you the second table. This is the second table, and first table is what? This one. This is the first table with the employee ID with this. Okay, now I'll run the query. Where is that query? Okay, so union I have added, rest everything is as it is, what we write usually. Okay, union is a keyword to combine. Now I run the query, design tab, run. See, all the employee IDs combination I am getting. 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. In table 2 see, 1, 2 is there in table 1 also, but 5 is there in table 2. So that's why I am getting 5. Yes, in the output 5. And in table 1, I have closed it, I'll open it. In table 1 I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also I am having. So that's why both the employee IDs from both the tables gets combined and it gets displayed into the query output. Okay, so the keyword is union. So I am both the employee IDs I am getting it. Okay. Next one is what? The joins.